Are you looking to evoke your inner cowboy spirit while avoiding pesky things like historical accuracy? Allow me to introduce you to the Marlin Dark Series. An old Wild West design merged perfectly with modern materials and engineering. If you could go back to 1880 and ask Annie Oakley what a futuristic lever action tactical that's a mouthful. Tactical lever gun for the future tactical? What am I saying? If you could go back to 1880 and ask Annie Oakley what a tactical futuristic lever gun from the future would look like, she would have described this. I'm Steve, park your horses and button up your favorite cowboy shirt because today we're looking at the Marlin Dark Series. The rifle we have today is the 1894 version, chambered in .357 Magnum, but it is offered in these configurations. Special effects. Getting nice and close, buckaroos, let's take a closer look at the parts and pieces of this rifle. We have a 16.25 inch barrel. That is a full 2 inches shorter than the 1894 C model. The muzzle is threaded here in case you want to put on a sweet looking brake. Definitely not a suppressor because we can't do that here. Our magazine tube underneath the barrel here is going to hold 9 plus 1 in the chamber. Our lever is the big loop lever with paracord. Yes, paracord, the most cliche prepper item everyone already has. All metal parts on the rifle are matte black with a parkerized finish. Our top rail here is the XS lever rail with integrated ghost ring sights. This enables you to add your favorite magnified optic or red dot to the top. Our stock has a funky splatter sort of webbing added for grip texture. If you guys are curious about the fore end here or the side saddle, I'll mention that in the cool features. Your rifle probably won't come with those two things. Now that we've gone over the specs, let's take a closer look at what makes this gun unique. The original wood handguard your rifle comes with has been swapped out with an aluminum version made by Midwest Industries. This thing is lightweight, it looks badass, and this is the foundation for any accessories you might want to add to it. We were able to put this thing on without the addition of any sort of adapter. Your rifle does come with the XS sight rail on top with integrated ghost ring sights, the rear aperture, and the white front blade. A bit of a pro tip here, if you guys are gonna run a magnified optic on this, you're gonna want it nice and low, and you're gonna have to remove that rear sight in order to do that because it does stand up quite tall as it is. Okay, another cool feature is that you have a forged receiver. That means that these two metals are squished together to ensure there's no air bubbles, which may lead to cracks over time. Fun fact, every 1894 model has a forged receiver. The extra strength results in a better quality product. Better quality means you can run higher pressure loads and not worry about anything breaking or blowing up. Your rifle does not come with this custom Diamond D leather stock side saddle. We added this for aesthetics and for functionality. The official name, believe it or not, of this guy here is called a leather butt cuff. This is called a leather butt cuff. Don't Google that. I always thought it was a stock side saddle. No, I've been wrong this entire time. Leather butt cuffs on sale. What, I'm gonna wear this to the beach? Right now is about the time I would introduce you guys to the What's in the Box segment. I can't do that because this was dropped off by a very special friend. He did include this soft case. Your gun is probably just gonna come in a regular cardboard box. Put your spurs on and grab your horsey. Let's giddy up onto the range. So the question is, are lever guns still relevant 150 years after their creation? The answer is yes. Yes, they are. Why? Well, I can think of two reasons why. First reason, they are super fun to shoot, especially chambered in .357 Magnum. When running 38 Special through it, it's really quiet and produces almost zero recoil. Second reason, Trudeau's nonsense arbitrary gun ban is an absolute headache for us gun lovers. While we're all crossing our fingers that the semi-automatic rifle in our gun collection doesn't become prohib, there's a good chance the lever gun won't. Your lever gun ain't on the next gun ban list. Now let's get right into it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It's mostly all good. First pro, This gun produces almost no recoil, especially when shooting .38 Special. That means I can get multiple rounds on target super fast and super accurately. Pro number 2, fun factor. This guy gets a 10 out of 10 in the fun factor department, in the department where it's fun putting holes in things. Okay, number 3 is cool factor. This thing embodies the spirit of the Old West with a funky modern twist, and I like it. And it gets 10 out of 10 for cool. My third point is ergonomics. I found this thing to feel slim and very well balanced. This thing points really easy, and it's super easy to carry and maneuver around the range. I like it a lot. Last point, this thing is not on any gun ban list radar as of yet, until Trudeau watches this video and then adds it. But I think you're pretty safe with your lever gun for now. First con, this gun is a little on the portly side. It is a little heavy, but there's a lot of steel going on here, so it's not a bad thing, but it's in my con category. So workout, I don't know. So a little on the heavy side, little tiny bit, but the weight is in the places where it should be. So it is still well balanced. This isn't like the worst thing ever. Another con, this guy can be a little bit tricky to load quickly. It reminds me of a pump action shotgun. If you practice loading it a lot, you can become smooth and quick. If not, well, it's gonna be pretty frustrating for you and probably chew up your thumbs or at least callus them pretty good. Okay, this is not a con, this is a thing. This is the thing. If you short stroke it, that means you don't rack it all the way back, all the way forward, whatever. You're not gonna kick the round out and chamber the next one properly, which is gonna lead to a lot of misfires. So that happened to me a couple times, but it's just one of those quirky things you gotta get used to. Don't short stroke it. Full cycle of the action. Your big loop lever here was designed with gloves in mind. I still find it to be too big. I think that even with gloves on, there is still that short delay, which is going to lead to wasted time when cycling. So see that tiny little fraction of a second there? That's the time it takes for me to actually touch the loop and cycle the action. That's unnecessary. Even with gloves on, that's unnecessary. Look how big that is. I did read you can swap it out from a big loop to a medium-sized loop, but you have to pay for it. Let's be real, not many of us went out to get our gun license thinking I can't wait to get my hands on that sweet lever action rifle and recreate that scene from Tombstone. Yet here we are. And that's because of things like science and evolution, things nobody understands. What I'm getting at is there have been advances in materials, manufacturing techniques, and ergonomics since 1870. And yes, while some diehard cowboy enthusiasts are currently unsubscribing from our channel, I think that this new age, modern, cool looking tactical lever action gun is here to stay. I think this is what we can expect from manufacturers going forward. This would have been 10 out of 10 if it didn't nearly chop my finger clean off, but I'm gonna rate this 9.5 horseshoes out of 10 horseshoes. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Upvoting this video really helps with my self-esteem. Go stalk me on Instagram. Thanks for watching. See you next time. End scene.